I'm here. Oh, look at my eyes. I look like a weirdo alien. Whoa. Do you see my real eyeball poking out of the left? My real eyeball was poking out of the left. Now my real eyeball to the right is poking out. Whoa. Oh, look. My real eyeballs are poking out. Oh, look at that. My real dead alien eyes. The left eye is too dead and doesn't want to exist. And the right eye is all perky and happy and full of like death screaming, using it for something good. No, being a dead god is joyous. Screw you. Walking around at the cemetery is so fun for your relatives. Screw you. No, that's actually not funny. It's not fun to be your relatives. Please always say your prayers. It's really, unless it's fun. No, should still say your prayers. Because, like, I'm trying to be able to serve a mixed cocktail drink to my ghost friends at the Hotel del Coronado. So, like, still say your prayers. Because if your uncle died a pretty good death or something, you still want him to have good beer or something. Like, don't stop till the dead are having, like, the best they ever known or something. I would do that one. I'm still traumatized by that car that was wrapped around the tree. And all they had to do was think my queen this morning. And they wouldn't have been a car wrapped around a tree. I'm still thinking about that car accident. It was at Cook. It was right before Cook. So it was down Fred Waring right before Cook. And the white car was just wrapped around the tree. Like, it was smushed. The white car was smushed and, like, it was crunched against a tree. How do you even do that? How do you even do that? But the traumatizing part is knowing that the person that was driving, all they had to do was think, my queen this morning, and they would have been just fine. Gods cannot force you to make an opening through my queen. You can never, ever be forced about my queen. Now, we could spank your ass or something, like, but you could still say, well, now you spanked my ass. Now I'm really not going to think my queen, I hate you. And we'd have to honor it. The devil has that section where if you don't want the opening of my queen, gods have to leave you alone. But it sucks because, like, it's depressing because, like, then, we have to allow you to die and stuff in it. Well, listen to the conversation. It's a white car. It was smushed. It was massively smushed and, like, wrapped around a tree and stuck in between that tree and some other stuff. It was horrifying. The most horrifying thing you could ever look at. And it was just, there was no words. No words. And yeah, so I put touch-up paint. It's touch-up paint. I put touch-up paint on the car. It looks like two eyes and a mouth smiling. And I use my powers to surprise people. Point out that I am pure evil and pure good. Don't go near the car. So I really like the touch-up paint. I like it in touch-up paint because when you don't want to bother anybody with the fact that I'm a god, it blends in like touch-up paint where you were just trying to touch up some scratches. Which I was. There was a really bad scratch. Somebody keyed the car a while back, so I touched it. It's over where the car was keyed. And then a couple people like just walked by and hit the car with things. The scratches are old because now if they touch the car, they get so terrified they know to never go near the car again. And right now, if they have bad intention, they're terrified before they even get near the car. And then if they are the 666 or those that have murdered me and absolutely don't care, it's still not worth it to go near my existence anymore, in a very bad, scary, obvious way. So I didn't really need to care, but I really like having the touch-up paint look like a face. That way, if I need people to understand that I'm powerful and I'm real, and I can turn something that looks like touch-up paint over a scratch into a face looking right at them, it really helps a lot of people just stay away from the car. So that's why I did it. Because, a lot of people are lightweights. They just want to be ridiculous. They just want to touch a Ouija board beyond Ouija board beyond. Like, they want to treat me like the Annabelle doll and just get weird or gross and think they can touch the car and live. And it's like, this is not funny. And this is not a Ouija board. And, when I say you don't go near God without death punishments, you don't play games in it. But they do. So the touch-up paint looks like a face, and I can easily turn it as scary or warning as I need to. Or I can just turn the face into a big, huge, obvious, I am definitely a God, back away. This is just pretend time, but God is God. Back away from the car. It's one thing to pretend to be the world's biggest idiot, because they'll pay for absolutely all of it. And it's another thing to let some naive or dumb or silly or adventurous type take things too far when I have said death is imminent, and death in the soul where no one can save or help you. And they just refuse to listen. And it's so much nicer when you can just make that face come to life and make people just leave the car and my existence alone. That's so much nicer. It's kind of like if I could figure out what to put inside the car to make people just be a passenger with appropriate human behavior, and then just leave and do your hatred of God or gross fuck you to God stuff somewhere else. It's a lot smarter. The punishments are astronomically sickening in the car. And you don't need to bring the fuck you fight of God into a lift job. If I am God that knows you've murdered a child or something, and I can drive this car and just pretend and just be a Lyft goddamn driver because it's my job, and I know that you've murdered some child or something, and just hurry up and get you to your destination, then I'm sure you can sit in the car and be a goddamn pretend normal human that doesn't sit and say fuck you in the face of God on overload every 5 seconds and brag that you did it. I know you guys can just get a ride or never get in the car. I'm pretty positive it's possible to be normal, because criminals master it. It's called acting, and they're always very good at it. So I'm trying to just attempt to really weed through everything. So I'm trying to exacerbate punishments until criminals actually won't get in or near the car. So I'm trying to exacerbate in their soul what makes them just never stalk or harass or be near me in the first place. So that's the ultimate goal, is that they're just too dead to ever get near God and keep bringing death upon everybody and keep making it worse. That's the goal. But if I can't, then I gotta keep fighting all the time. So I'm gonna keep warning people, is it really worth it to come in the car and brag about your every crime and die that much more? You already committed the crimes and have to die for all the crimes. And like, all you're gonna do is brag that you did it and force me to rupture your soul or something, whatever it takes to get you out of the car. So like, it doesn't really pay off, and you die way more forever. So like, it's just not even worth it. Better to go sit at your house and know that you did it, and that every reality of every court system of every God will find you and get you. You don't need to sit in the car of God and make it worse all day. Well, so I'm here at this rest stop, and I came early because there's a specific reason. Oh, and something you guys might like. There is a husband coming who is not out of his mind and does not act weird and bizarre and will not be the big competition of making an ass out of himself. So there is at least one husband coming out here to sit and absorb my powers and, and I don't know, learn or understand or try to understand for themselves or whatever. But like, they're pretty smart, pretty powerful, so they're passing tests a lot, and they're going to come out to get closer to my powers, for their own understanding or whatever, but they're in their right mind. Like, they're not turning into weird nut jobs. So they might really be able to figure it out when they get out here. And we might have some husband/daddies, like, worth something that people can actually talk to yet, maybe soon. I don't know for sure, but like, that's the first one that ain't out of their mind, coming to just realize what the power of God's like and make their own decisions. But if any of these husbands can end up anything worth something, we can use them as hands and feet to help the work of God while we're stuck down here. So like, it would be nice if some of them ended up something good. So that's kind of a hopeful moment. So maybe it's going to work out. I don't know, but I do need to get to the lake. But all the gods are like, it's cold. We don't want to go to the lake when it's cold. And I can't argue. At night it's pretty cold at the lake right now. So they're thinking maybe late February and March we should go to the lake a lot to say goodbye to the animals and the plants and stuff. And be one with the nature, God, reflectives and stuff before we leave the area. The gods are already thinking about what area we're going to go to. So if you guys want us to go to your area, okay, so we want a small, simple, easy area. So I don't like a lot of people and I don't like crowded. So I'm looking for a small, simple area. And I want it to never get too hot. I don't like heat. So I have realized through the desert, I'm not good at heat and I don't like heat. So I don't want heat. So something good in the summer where it's not too bad in the summer at all. And something where it's like kind of a little tiny town or something that never gets too busy. But somewhere where you could drive, Lyft, and get a decent advertising travel job or something. But like, it's just a little place. Okay, so if you think your area would qualify, you think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen. I think our area would qualify for the great dead God to go to our area. Okay, and then the gods will show you what my powers bring to San Diego and what my powers without, or what life without my powers brought to San Diego. So the gods will show you the power of God in San Diego in a good way, and when the power of God is gone in San Diego. And then the gods will show you the power of God in the Palm Desert area, and then the power of God when I leave the area. And kind of, it has to be an estimation, but it's kind of the estimation of what's going to happen when I leave. And there is no more, spoiled power of God realities. And that goes to show you something. That car accident still happened because they wouldn't say their prayers. So, like, you're not totally spoiled because you still got to say your prayers, but it's way more spoiled than most anywhere. So it's kind of good if you guys, my queen, my queen, my queen, and just find out what it all means. That way you know for sure that you guys want me in the area. Because, it's a decision to have a radical, weird, dead God in your area. You kind of really, want to pick it. So I was in San Diego because the devil picked it. I ended up in Palm Desert because the devil picked it. But I just made the best out of what I was stuck in anyway. This time, it could be my decision. But I'd, of course, want it to be your guys' decision, and then where I decide to go within that decision. Now, will I have a job by then? The United States and Dubai have exacerbated ruining every job possibility, but yes, I will be able to get a job soon. And the United States and Dubai have exacerbated not even letting me sell my own cross, but the punishments became so sickening and out of control and unlimited that I very much will be able to sell silly, stupid items with my powers while I'm still here. So I should be able to get a job and sell silly things with my powers while I'm here, which means I'm already starting to be just a dedicated god with my own right to my own things. But also my own right to get a job or stupid shit they were trying to make it. So they just wanted me to be such a degraded nothing, that my degraded nothing existence was so far beneath anything alive or dead. They were trying to make me so degraded and dead fuck you nothing that even people at the cemetery were having a better existence than me. And it wasn't really that hard to build. But the punishments are so sickening that now I'm pretty much just going to be a free god. And they'll pretty much drown in death over anything they do constantly. So it's going to be pretty nice to be free and safe. So I would like to go somewhere like Kernville. So I took that job once. I did an advertising sales job. And I really fell in love with that little tiny city, Kernville. So if you guys have any place like that you'd want us to go, that'd be a cool, like, something similar we'd want to go find. Okay, and then I told you guys about the charms, right? So I found what I want to do. In case you guys want to give me more feedback about it, but it sounds like it's a good idea, so I'm going to tell you guys. It's little charms with flowers. So little flower charms, little colorful crosses charms, and little cute Mary statue charms with a Mary face that can look at you guys and talk to you guys. And I'm going to put those little charms on one of those key rings and just sell them that way with my powers. That way, no matter where I go, you guys can still send a few bucks or whatever and put the power of God on the keychain thing whenever you guys want to. Because, it's fun to think or say my queen, my queen, my queen. But it's also kind of fun to have a keychain or something where you just feel an excessively obvious connection to the power of God. Every now and then you just kind of need those things. Sometimes you don't, but sometimes you really do, So I'm going to try that, but I'll keep you guys posted. And I'm not in any big hurry right now. Yes, yesterday was downtime, destruction of enemies at night. Today's downtime, destruction of enemies at night. So when I do overloaded destruction of enemies at night, I just do little small silly things and focus on the truckers as I can, kind of on autopilot off and on. So I don't do big important, I don't like go to work, because destruction of enemies kind of takes all your power, all your effort, all your focus. But if you guys need anything or something is that important, don't forget to think or say my queen, my queen, my queen. And don't forget, it's always my queen, my queen, my queen. I'm on the emergency list. My queen, my queen, my queen, hospital and emergency. My queen, my queen, my queen. This is really that important. That way we just skip to those prayers and find out from you guys why it's emergency, so we can prioritize each emergency in between, other priorities that we have, like destruction of enemies, for ultimate, no more death to God safety. Okay, that's a god. He said about 4 husbands are coming, and they're all worth something. Okay, so about 4 husbands are going to show up throughout the night, and they're all not whack jobs and weirdos. Okay, and then there's about 2 husbands that actually are still taking life serious with the gods and want to be something pretty impressive. So I guess 6 husbands. I guess 6 husbands will somehow end up in the area or around the area or nearby or something and tap into our powers or something. Okay, I'll keep you guys posted, because children of God would sure like to meet a husband that's like really cool and amazing and impressive and not a weird whack job. So if I meet a really monumental husband, spiritually or however, I'll help the children of God to know there's at least a husband who's not gross or easily playing house with murderers or something sickening, or just acting a fool. Okay, this is a psychic elder. A psychic elder is saying that some of these husbands are very, very intimidating. Wait, psychic elder, intimidating would mean that they're doing really, really, really good. So, psychic elder, sir, that would mean that they're doing that well. If they're training with Michael Patterson and his wife, they won't make it. And if they seem impressive, it's probably a magic trick from the enemy side. There is nothing that comes out of the United States or Dubai that's not stuck to devils and 666 and bad stuff. No, I told everybody that I live in La La Land about how good people used to be. So I talk about people from the United States and Dubai. I talk about different human beings when they were good people, back when they were good people, but it doesn't have anything to do with today. So they would know to go to my queen, find out who the hell they are today. And I often dream that the 666 could be good or noble or be something other than what they are. So obviously I stay out of touch with reality all the time, which would make sense because reality sucks and I'm a dead God. But no, there's not really anything good coming out of the United States or Dubai, no. If it seems like whatever, it's a magic trick made by evil giants. And something that every god's going to have to die for or pay for. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look for mostly husbands that show up from like far and wide, or husbands that try to tap into finding my phone or something and connect to my phone. So there's husbands that try to find me through all kinds of routes. Through the car, through the phone, through all kinds of things. Having people follow me like weird spy people or whatever. I'm looking for husbands like that are not polluted by gross 666 countries or anything and really want to skyrocket to beat giants for gods. But yeah, you would think that gods are using the United States and Dubai to make sure that husbands walk into the United States and Dubai and hate everything, choose to kill everything with gods, and only walk over to something worth finding. But they don't. These gods just let husbands find the United States and Dubai and fail God, fail everybody, turn into miserable losers and be gone. And that's all that ever happens. Yeah, I do. I talk about husbands walking through the valley of the shadow of the fire and death of. I make jokes like husbands can be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and walk through the United States to Dubai and still be amazing giants, but like it never happens. all of them walk into the United States and Dubai and die like it's nothing, playing house with the most sickening people I ever know. And nobody even does anything else. All right. Sorry, I was talking to that psychic elder. But whatever else you guys want to talk about or stuff, just don't forget, just my queen. Because even though I'm going to be really busy, if it's important, children of God or whatever, because you just need advice or something, but you feel like it's important advice or something, just remember, my queen, it's important. Because sometimes, I was thinking about this, sometimes children of God just want advice before they go on a date or something. And I like to try to answer those prayers, because what if they're going on a date with a creepy weirdo and they didn't know it? Creepy weirdos never walk up to your face and say they're gross and creepy and weirdo. They'll act really normal, and then, like, they could be a bad person. Okay, that's everything, but let me know if you guys need me to answer anything else, because now I'm just going to relax, be silly and ridiculous, and then as soon as these gods say it's time to rock and roll, we gotta go do stuff.